Good morning, everybody. Yes, this is the third episode of this in a row that I'm filming with the same exact shirt on because it has been like 15 minutes. But today, this is going to be a little special edition of the Accursed Play Gauntlet for a couple reasons. Number one, this is the only gauntlet on this account that I own. I don't have to do any sort of shenanigans to get access to that gauntlet, so this is just one I own. Second, it's going to be done on my Fire, and you've probably seen this character pop up a couple times in thumbnails and in more discussion type videos, but this is the first time that I'm going to be using this character for an actual like content, you know, doing damage and you know, playing the game. And the character's only level 15. The stats are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, the stats are pretty good, but that could be a source of pain for this gauntlet. Which takes me to the other reason why this is a special episode, and that is because we will be running the tier 1 version of this gauntlet. Now, don't be afraid, you know, the same things from the max tier kind of apply to the first tier. It's a couple mob fights and then the final boss, who I think the cheats are the exact same. Just, you know, the health and stuff is all scaled, but we're gonna be doing this on my level 15 Fire because I thought it would just be fun to sort of switch up the style and make it a little bit more challenging. The tier 1 gauntlet is recommended for level 1 to 19, so we're a little under the max level that's available, but that should be fine with the stats that we have. I'll probably go through my gear also because I think it'll be interesting to see how level 15 can get these stats. But first, let's go through the gauntlet. So up first is just a regular mob fight. It's 2 mobs, and one of them's a fire, one of them is a ice. So this will probably be a pretty hard fight. Up next is a balance with a life. This one shouldn't be too hard. I wouldn't expect that this one's gonna cause any trouble. And then we get to the boss, which is Mech Death. They do have a bunch of minions that they resummon, and then if you cast a damage over time, then they will shift. So no dots and a bunch of minions. So that's gonna be something to be wary of, especially also because this guy can drain. So that'll be pretty scary. But coming back to the gameplay, let's look at my stats and then let's build the deck, and then we will hop into the Accursed Play Gauntlet. So for stats, I am running the Highlanders. Oh, by the way, this is not free-to-play gear. This is like, for this character, or like, you know, I've opened packs before, so I have some Crowns gear laying around. But for this, we have the Highlanders Fighters Balmoral. No idea where this comes from. I've just had it for the longest time, but it gives a lot of damage, a lot of accuracy, some good health, and then some resistance. Up next, we have the Dramaturgist costume, which, ironically enough, is the robe that comes from the bundle that gives you this gauntlet. So I'm just running that. It gives a lot of resist and then some other stats and then some good health. For the boots, I've got the Ill Omen Striders. I think these are crown, like I think you just buy them in the crown shop for like 1500 crowns or something, but they give just really good stats and then also a good 30% hex. For the wand, I'm using the Headmaster Staff, which gives a lot of damage, and then a regular pip. A Thame, Heartsteel, just gives a lot of resist. For the amulet, I'm rocking this double jewel, partly because I get some extra health, and then also because I get Arch Mastery, and that also gives a power play for pip chance in case there's a fight that just goes on for a long time. I can empower power play and then semi-consistently get pips. Next is the Flame Licked Ring. I don't actually have another tier jewel, but if I did, I would put it on there. I'm gonna be rocking the Triple Double pet. I do have like this one and this one, but I think I'm going to need the resistance for this. I do also have this pet, which could be good, but I think having the utility of the spells will be better for me. Mount, I don't have any stat mounts, so I just rock this one for fun. And then for the deck, I'm just running a level 15 deck, and then I don't have any potions on. I do have some special spells. I've got Fires of Mars, Apocalypse, and then Krampus, so we'll probably be hard using Krampus a lot for this, especially for the boss fight. I don't have Meteor trained, but I did buy some Meteor TCs, so we are just going to pack Meteors in the side deck, and then we will definitely run this for the mob fights, pack some shields, and honestly, that might be all I need. I don't think I have any enchants. Actually, I do have enchants, so we'll probably use those for the boss fight. But honestly, this is probably all we're gonna need for the mobs. Let's go through the mobs, and then we can talk about changing this deck up for the boss fight. All right, here we go. And if you're wondering, because I seem to be I'm a pretty financial conscious person when it comes to Wizard101. The reason I bought this gauntlet was just like way back when I started the Steam account. I was like, oh, I should buy a gauntlet just cause. And this was the one that just had the best drip. So I wanted to get all these pieces. Oh, these guys are a double boss. Oh shit. They should still be... Yeah, okay. They should still have the health that we're expecting. So yeah, this deck should still be fine. I'll put a weakness in just in case. Okay, we're first, which is very good. Yeah, I'm just gonna prism. I haven't done any math. I probably should. I think I have 40% damage. And then I think a meteor does 335. So 460 just base. With a blade, that'll take us to 630. And then with another blade, that'll take us to 918. So I'm probably not going to need these. Let me make sure. It's 355 actually. So add a little bit to our damage. And we should be good with 2 blades. We didn't draw any blades. So I'm going to curse. Yeah. That does suck. They can shield. I actually kind of wish I kept my steel charm for that. Yeah, we're actually not getting much of anything. I'm more afraid of the ice, which might be ridiculous, but I'm just gonna shield. Okay, they just fully played around me. They had a Banshee that did 200 damage. Jesus Christ. Shouldn't need to heal or anything. So let's just blade. And then probably meteor next turn. I wish I knew that I was going to have a lot of pips, because I probably would have just bought fire dragons instead of meteors. Don't be a sunbird. God damn it. I'm playing like a fool, bro. What the hell? Okay, we are at half health, which isn't good. I mean, this doesn't kill either of them, but I shouldn't die? How much resist does the fire? The fire is 25 resist. So we can set up just for a double meteor. I can't crit or anything, which would have been kind of nice if I had like fire striker on the pet just to guarantee crits. But I mean, oh, I actually have the ice shield up. So even if this is even if this was a snowman, I would still tank it because I have the shield. Honestly, I think we just go for another meteor. I have 2 potions, so the plan was to just do this fight, potion, do the next fight, potion, and then I'll be at full health for the last fight. But yeah, there we go. That's the first fight done. I'm honestly not even sure what this gauntlet can drop. I know it drops like Pigsie TCs, but I think it does drop like some gear. I'm not entirely sure which though. For this fight, we're just gonna run the same thing, but we can consolidate our deck a little bit more. There is a life, so I'm gonna pack one of these just in case. But this fight, I don't really have any worries about. Like, if we get a power pip next turn, I'm just gonna meteor. Okay, we didn't, but that's okay. We're just gonna blade up again. And then this should for sure kill both of them. And then we'll be on to the boss fight, which is the one I'm very scared for. He's got 2,000 health, and he summons a bunch of minions. So we're gonna have to prioritize. I don't even know. We're gonna have to prioritize just killing. I think we're gonna have to prioritize killing him because he's the one that resummons, and I think he resummons for each one you kill. So I don't think you can like slow it down. If they died to 1 blade, I think that's a different story. Oh shit, I fizzled. But yeah, I think if the minions died to 1 blade, it would be different. Oh my god, I fizzled again. Honestly, yeah, get the fizzles out now so that I don't do it in the actual boss. But yeah, if the minions died to 1 blade, it's a different story. I think because you could just blade meteor them down. But because I think they don't die to 1 blade, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more cautious in my approach. The minions he summons are Death, Life, and Storm. So we're not going to have to worry about any sort of like prism shenanigans. We don't have to worry about shields either. Alright. Just don't pull. So, what do we want in the deck? There's a lot of death damage, a lot of storm damage, and a lot of life damage. I don't have any death shields, which is very unfortunate. Man, I don't know. I don't think we're going to use power play here. Probably not going to Steel Charm. Krampus seems like my best bet for killing Mac Death because it just does a lot of damage for the pips, and then it also puts that mantle on, which is just really good. Honestly, might put in a few Fire Cats because with an enchant, it's just going to do a ton of damage. So I think let's go with that. That's 5 enchants and 5 meteors. So maybe we put in another... Man, I don't even know. I could just put in a Sunbird. I think we're going to need all the Pixies. We're going to need probably this shield because they do have some off-school hits. Does anyone have a myth hit? No. Okay, actually, the minions have 600 health. Let's math this out real quick. How much damage do we have? We have 43% damage. This does 355. It does 500. With a regular blade, it does 685. Which does kill each minion as long as there isn't like a weakness or anything on us. So if depending on our draw, we can go for a play that's like that. But yeah, I think we're gonna go with this as our deck. Let's do it. I think this is our best bet. He doesn't start out with the minions, which is good. So if we go first, we have the potential to just like spawn kill them. We are first. We did get a blade, so I think we just gotta go for the blade. If we get a power pip next turn, then we meteor, spawn kill the minions, and then that'll take some damage off our back. Huh. So according to the cheats, it doesn't actually occur on any specific round. He just casts a moon spell. Okay, now they're being summoned. Okay, here we go. Oh, he only summons one. I thought he summoned all of them at once. Okay, wait, this is gonna be so much easier. Honestly, I think we just send a Enchanted Krampus with triple buff. It's kind of GG's for him. I was thinking that turn 1 he would summon all 3 of them. That does suck. I will say that does suck. I don't have any off-school hits. I mean, this is the most buffs I could stack. At least I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have any other ones. Got the Krampus. Oh, okay, this might be a little dangerous. Okay, there we go. I straight up think just Krampusing is our best bet here. It's the most damage that we can do. If we get hit with another weakness, we can one-hit it off. At least to not waste any buffs. And this will do a good chunk of damage. And potentially fizzle his current spell. Because he can drain. Oh, that was so close. Please fizzle. Fuck, don't be a vampire. Alright, here we go. Hold up. Meteor just kills. So let's just Meteor. Next turn, we kill the minion with a Sunbird or something. And that was so much easier than I thought. That was awesome. We barely took any damage. We took less damage in this fight than we did with the mob fights. Let's use the wand hit. Finish him off with the wand hit. Now the question is, do we get any drops? Give me something. I got a pedestal. That's fun. Why does this give no XP? What the hell? I was hoping I'd level up from this. Huh, well. I mean, that was the Accursed Play Gauntlet, soloed on a level 15. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, I hope you learned something, and I will see you in the next video.